And welcome to the weekly standings update of the EA Sports National Hockey League. Oop. So in the bottom in the Pacific, we have the Calgary Flames. It's been bad. Flat out, it's been bad. I'm having trouble, so it's been really bad for the Flames. Not much. On to the next team in the Pacific, the San Jose Sharks. 36 points. It's not been easy for them until last week, which they had a huge breakthrough. They got 2 out of 3 wins. Solid. They're putting in the effort now. Something must have clicked because they're getting wins. On to the Vancouver Canucks. They're the next team. Canucks for them. I got to hurry up because they have a game soon to do. The Vancouver Canucks, 40 points, which are actually tied with Edmonton. So, yeah, I put these together. But the Canucks, they're getting wins every once in a while. They're getting the wins. They're getting their losses. It's kind of, you win one, you lose one. But the difference between the Oilers and the Canucks, Edmonton, they have a slight edge because they have a little, so they're putting in a little bit more effort. For example, last week, Connor McDavid got a hat trick against the San Jose Sharks in the simulation. It was on a Tuesday. Tuesday game between the Sharks and the Oilers in Edmonton. And the Sharks beat them. But, because they had a fantastic week last week. But Edmonton, they still put in that effort. 6-5. It was a score. It didn't have to go into overtime. On to the next team, we have the LA Kings. Another California team. So, 2 of the 3 are already out. So, 45 points for the Kings. A big step up, obviously. The Kings, they're getting their wins. They're right in playoff discussion. It would be a thing if it's definitely, they'd be there. Playoffs, yeah. Right on the line. They definitely could make a good wild card or even make it in. Or right now they are in third, I believe. No, they're fourth in the division. On to the number 3. Yeah, the Kraken and the Golden Knights. 3 and 2, they're tied, just like down here. 47 points. The only reason Vegas is above Seattle because they have 2 more regulation wins, 22-20. So, but they both have 47 points. But the difference between Vegas is they have, again, they have players. They have the players. They have the better players than Seattle, and they have the slightly longer history. And going to the Stanley Cup Final 2 times, winning it last season in the real National Hockey League. So, because it's the team that went to the Stanley Cup Final, because there's 2023 rosters, 22-23. For people who do not know. On to the Anaheim Ducks, team number 1 in the Pacific, which they will be for a little bit longer, but how much longer? Can they turn things around? Because, yeah, once they switch to last year's rosters, they've got like literally 2 wins over 3 weeks. I am not kidding. It's been bad. The Ducks, so 57 points. They're still 10 points ahead of everyone else. Oh, we'll get to that. So that's it for the Pacific. On to the Central. At the very bottom, we have the Arizona Coyotes, 28 points. The Coyotes, difficult. Not 28 points. They have 36. I'm sorry, I made a mistake last time. The Coyotes, it's been rough, but just similar to San Jose, they had a really good week last week. They move up huge, 36 points. And here's something really interesting. They're 1 point behind Winnipeg now. Winnipeg, you better step it up. You better step it up, Winnipeg. Because the Coyotes, they're tailgating you. They're right on your behind. You better pick up the pace. Yeah, they have to. If they don't want to be dead last in the division, they better pick up the pace. They're about to get passed by the Arizona Coyotes. On to the Chicago Blackhawks. a stub above Winnipeg, 39 points for the Blackhawks. For Chicago, it's been rough. The points, it's been rough, but they're still getting the wins. 39 points for them. On to the St. Louis Blues with 40 points. The Blues for them. Because, actually, they're really close with... all these teams are right bumping against each other. 41, 40, 39. So, it's kind of a race for the wild card. Who can get it? Looks like it'll probably be Nashville. It'll probably be Nashville, provided we have a split down the middle. Western Conference playoffs 4-4. That's honestly, I don't know whether that's gonna happen, but we'll wait and see. So they're all right next to each other. Nashville, they put in the effort. St. Louis and Nashville really put in the effort, especially Nashville. They're close in the games. They are close. Even if they lose, they are close. Sometimes they do pick up the win. We're on to the Colorado Avalanche, the third team in the Central. Why is it? Oh, God. Sorry, it's really annoying. So the Avalanche, 48 points for them. 48 points. I'll get to the Wild. So for the Colorado Avalanche, 48 points, as I just said. They're doing very well. They're getting points, and they're actually going to get close to the Wild, who are next. 53 points. Better pick up the pace, Minnesota. It's not as bad as the Jets situation, but if you want to keep your second place spot, put it most likely first in a few weeks. Oh wait, no. No, I'm mixing teams up again, that's fair. If you want to keep that second place spot, Minnesota, you better pick the pace up. If you want a chance at catching the Dallas Stars, who are next, you better get moving. The Dallas Stars, unsurprisingly, number one. The number one in the entire league. 69 points. It's nuts, but they did lose a game last week. Yeah, I know. They lost. Can't remember to who, but they did lose a game last week. So they won 2-3. That's rare for them to lose. What, 33? Yeah, it's like 33, 5-3. It's nuts. They're literally, I think, 13 points ahead of anyone. The next closest competitor is 13 points. 13 points behind them. On to the Atlantic. In the Eastern Conference, at the bottom of the Atlantic Division, we have the Buffalo Sabres. I gotta really pick up the pace because 12 minutes, I gotta be ready for the stream of the Devils game. So the Sabres, I'm gonna start going through these quick. So Buffalo, 32 points. It's been rough. They're getting some points here and there, not much. Oh yeah, playoffs, fever dream. Unlikely. On to the next team, the Detroit Red Wings, a bit better. Struggling, definitely. 35 points. But they have their moments. They have their moments. On to the Florida Panthers. So, the Panthers, they're good at points, but can they play full 60 minutes? No. Toronto Maple Leafs tied. They had a really good week last week. They would have been around where Detroit is. They would have been right in between Buffalo and Detroit if they did not have they won all 3 games last week, 6 points. Actually, they would have been at the bottom now. They would have been last. Down from last to 4th in 1 week. Fantastic. And yes, they're tied. And Toronto just has more regulation wins than Florida. Just one more. They're 4th now. They're 5th now, 4th. On number 4, halfway through the Atlantic Division, the Ottawa Senators, 46 points. Huge jump. Yeah, it's a big gap between the bad and the good in the Atlantic, in the EA Sports National Hockey League. So the Ottawa Senators, 46 points. They're getting wins. They're very solid. They struggle at points, like almost every team, but it's the fact that who's above them. It's not the next team, but it's the team on top. It's just they're way ahead of everyone else, kind of like most teams in this, and pretty much all division leaders in this league. So the Ottawa Senators, 46 points, 9 points above the Leafs. Good luck, Toronto. You ain't catching Ottawa, not anytime soon, unless they have a massive drop-off, which is possible. On to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Similar to Ottawa, just 1 point ahead. It's very close. It's honestly a race for who can get a possible wild card. Yeah, it's possible because you don't know yet. I hate this thing. Sorry, so you don't get to see the full. See, once it does this, I hate this. So the Lightning, yeah, you can have to see it like that. Okay, finally I got it. The Lightning, it's a struggle. It's just you guys want to stay on top. They're managing to do it for now, but they got Ottawa on their butts. They believe they did pass them, but it could just flip right back next week. So you're ahead. Now stay there. On to the Montreal Canadiens. 48 points for them there. Yeah, it's very close. Very close amongst these three. Very close. They're on top. Can you stay there? That is the question. Next team, which is the top team, the Boston Bruins, 56 points. Way ahead of everyone else. They lead the Atlantic. As you can see, Bruins, they're winning like every game. They've won, I believe they're like past 5 they've won. Maybe they did lose one last week. I can't remember off the top of my head. Because I have to write this stuff down. I don't remember. And now we're on to the... You probably already guessed who that is by looking at the bottom text. The Columbus Blue Jackets. 28 points. It's been bad. It's been very bad for the Blue Jackets. I think I got 1 win maybe over their entire history once I moved to this format. Just 28 points. Washington Capitals. Very solid. They're very close to another team, which predictable if you can see there. Capitals 38 points. They're getting wins when they need to just to stay at an okay level. Kind of like Florida in the Atlantic. They're getting wins, but it's not. They have their moments. They're exciting, and they did it. They'll beat some top teams. Sometimes they'll be in contention, but they don't win. On to the Pittsburgh Penguins, very similar story. 1 point ahead. So who can have the 6th spot in the Metro? The Islanders and the Rangers will group them together, 43-41. It's back and forth, really close. Obviously, they're right across the river. The river separating the two. The Rangers, they do get a win this week, passing the Islanders. Yeah, it's kind of who's going to get a possible wild card and who will not, depending on assuming there's 4 teams in the Atlantic, 4 teams in the Metro. On to the Philadelphia Flyers, 45 points, so just a stub above the Rangers. It's close again. See, pretty much all the way to the Caps, it's pretty close. The Flyers, so you can't see the top of the text. It looks terrible, but it's what I got to deal with. The Flyers, solid. They're playing some good hockey. They're getting wins, but it's the Rangers could pass them at any moment. On to the Carolina Hurricanes. They have a pretty solid over the Flyers. 4 points. Decent. It's just enough that you don't got to worry too much. And you're near the top of the food chain. You are not the top. 8, 7, 6. So they're the second behind my team. You can guess who it is already. The New Jersey Devils. They're not as ahead as someone like Dallas or Anaheim, but they're a solid 7 points ahead of the Hurricanes. 7 points. The Devils, good play, except for last week. They had a rough week. The game again on the back-to-back. They had a hard time getting 2 points together. They just couldn't. They could not get 2 points together against Arizona or Dallas. Both ended up being 2-1 losses. It's a huge win for the Coyotes. And that'll pretty much do it. Thank you for joining. See you next time. Goodbye.